What's up, Meta Nerds? This video is all about the Naboo Royal N-1 Starfighter. It was manufactured by Theed Palace Space Vessel Engineering Corps, the company that only made ships and vehicles for Naboo, and nearly every ship used by the natives of Naboo comes from this one manufacturer. It is said to have cost around 200,000 credits, making it one of the most expensive starfighters in the galaxy, but it's important to remember that it was considered a luxury starfighter and served a kind of dual purpose like ceremonial weapons or armor, and that they were meant to look good and show off the power of the monarchy. At 11 meters or 36 feet long, it was 2 Jawas shorter than an ARC 170, and its top speed of 1,100 kilometers per hour or 684 miles per hour puts it in between the X-Wing and the TIE Fighter. It came equipped with a hyperdrive and its very sleek Nubia Monarch C4 engines. Just in front of the cockpit, we have a pair of twin laser cannons, which are assisted by this targeting screen that would represent the enemies as red dots on this map, but there was also this additional screen that gave a sort of visual representation of the target. And it was fired with the push of a button on this control stick. It has a proton torpedo launch tube, which was fed by a double magazine of torpedoes carrying 10 in total. Above this was the communications antenna and the receivers. For defense, the ship was protected by a deflector shield, which we see works great for blaster fire, but doesn't make you Vulture droid proof. The droid socket could accommodate a full-sized astromech, and would be able to communicate with its pilot via a text translation on this screen. And this droid co-pilot could be loaded up into the ship via these arms, but something that you don't see is that R2's head actually telescopes upward into place. This allows his insides to be directly plugged into the ship. And of course, the N1 was also equipped with an autopilot mode. Covered in royal chromium, these engines don't just look unique, but they might actually be really different from most ships in Star Wars. These trailing finials provided a sleek and elegant look, but also helped to transfer heat and cool the engines. The engineers took the J-type Nubian 221 sublight pulse engine and made adjustments on it to help reduce harmful emissions. Now, a typical pulse engine uses fuel to create combustion and a series of pulses to generate thrust. And we do see a fuel tank here, which travels out to the engines via these fuel lines. But this cross-section also shows this ionization chamber, and it does have this blue ring emitting from the engine, which resembles our ion engines here on Earth. But it could also be compared to the exhaust of some jets. More information tells us that they are recharged when they are docked. And behind the pilot here, we see a large collection of power coils. So I believe that the fuel that it mentions could just be gas that when hit with electricity becomes ionized, like we see in most Star Wars ships. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Could this be some sort of jet engine, or just an ion engine like most others? Either way, in order to recharge out in space, the J-type diplomatic barge has 4 recharge ports under the wing. The N1 would attach its rear finial and connect via this power charge collector. Its history starts when King Ars Varuna replaced the N1L light starfighter with his new ship, the N1, because naming conventions in Star Wars are awesome. One of the first notable uses was when it trapped a Sando aqua monster that had gotten into a storage area. Mercenaries and pirates often tried to capture the N1s, and of course they played a pivotal role in stopping the invasion of Naboo. Comically, the success that Anakin had gave the N1 a galactic reputation as a highly deadly battleship killer, and they continued to be used even during the reign of the Empire, where they were involved in attempts to liberate Theed. The last we hear of it is in the year 40 ABY, where the N1 was described as an antique. Well, that's it for the N1, but you definitely want to hear these cool facts and behind the scenes stuff. Some point out that the screens on the N1 are similar to the quad laser turret displays on the Millennium Falcon. The full-scale prop used in the films is on display in the Boston Museum of Science. And Doug Chang, a concept artist and art director, recalls that R2 couldn't actually fit inside of the N1 because Lucas wanted the tube diameter to be the same as R2's head, so it wasn't wide enough for its legs. This was theoretically fixed in the Episode 1 Incredible Cross-Sections book, with that telescoping feature added. But that's it for the Naboo N-1 Starfighter. If you liked it, go ahead and hit that like button, and be sure to leave a comment down below if I missed any cool facts, or if you have a suggestion for future videos. Be sure to follow us on Instagram at MetaNerdsLore, so you can see us build Star Wars props and cosplays, along with some other cool Star Wars stuff. If you want to help support this channel, check out the description below for our Amazon store and our Patreon. And be sure to subscribe, because we're making videos like this every single day. But more important than all that, remember, the boy is the chosen one, and the Force will be with you. Always.